Hey, what's up, furniture nerds? Welcome to another episode of Flat Packs Exposed, the review series, brought to you by Prime Spaces.
Hey, what's up, furniture nerds? Doing a quick unboxing video for this industrial style storage bed that I'm about to put together. So if you are shopping this particular bed, this should give you a much better idea as to what you can expect once you bring everything out of the box. So what I did was sort of organize them by bed part. And what I mean by that is this is obviously a storage bed. So there's going to be some drawers, there's going to be headboards, there's going to be some other metal pieces. And so I kind of stored them in that order. So over here we have the drawer fronts. There's 4 of them and they're pretty long, which is a good indication of as to how big the drawers are going to be. These right here are the drawer bases. So you can see if I lift this up, it's probably a little bit easier to see, but along there is the back of the drawer. And these designs actually have the side already pre-attached. These right here is what's going to go on the bottom of the drawers. Up here we have the shelves. So on the left hand side here, that's where the power cord is going to go. This right here is the power cord, right? And so this is probably going to be the bottom shelf. This right here is going to be the top shelf. This is going to be the front of the headboard, and then this piece right here is the footboard. These are the sides of the headboard, the metal sides of the headboard. These right here are the bed feet, so these are going to be the supports that are going to be touching the ground. The top cluster right there of metal slabs right here are the slats for the mattress, and that bottom cluster right there are just some metal supports that are going to go through and through the bed. Then you have some more metal parts that basically make up the structure, and then also these pieces right here. And if you look at these pieces, they have sort of the spongy material here, and that's where the slats are going to go on top of. So this is going to help the bed become more quiet for when you're laying on it. That way the metal isn't clanging on the metal here. So this is going to absorb the sound of the metal slats. So right here we have some more metal pieces right here, and these notches are where the ends of the metal slats are going to go into. So these are going to go on the sides of the bed. These right here are the feet for the drawers here. So these are going to be the sliding feet for the drawers. And then here's a closer look at the adapter. It has 2 3-prong outlets and then 2 USBs. And then obviously we have all of the organized hardware parts, which is a major plus. This means that you're not going to have to be doing any organizing yourself before the assembly. And of course here you have the instruction manual that's going to help us get this all together. Okay, furniture nerds, I just want to share with you one quick assembly tip, as I've already started to assemble this bed. And the number 1 tip that I would suggest that you do is to build the drawers first. Right? This is a storage bed, so obviously beds take up space, and besides the space that I have to actually put the bed, there's not much space to actually build out the drawers. So what I did first was build out the drawers because they're smaller. If you assemble the bed first, you may not have a lot of room to build the drawers. So I did those first, put them aside, and then now I still have all this room to build the bed. I don't have to worry about building the bed and then figuring out a space to build the drawers. Now the next assembly tip I would say is to build the drawers right on an elevated work table, sort of like you see here. Once you do the first one, obviously the second, third, and fourth are a lot easier, but if you can avoid having to be hunched over and kind of bent on your knees, then you should definitely do that. And the last assembly tip that I would say would be to finger tighten the bolts first before you finger tighten all of them. So I think those are the top 3 tips to get this bed assembled properly and easier. Build the drawers first, that's number 1. Number 2 is to build the drawers on an elevated work table, and number 3 is finger tighten the bolts before you tighten all the bolts. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up with this assembly, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Hey, what's up, furniture nerds? Doing a quick review for this industrial style storage bed that I just put together, and my initial reaction after assembly is that this thing is awesome. So as you can see through and through, there is a lot of metal on this bed, which is a huge advantage because that means that it is going to be durable and built to last. And that goes for the frame of the actual bed and also the base for the storage drawers. So these things are not going to break. Now, I don't know about you, but I am a huge fan of industrial style furniture. I really like the rustic aesthetic, and this one has a lot of it. So this front here has the rustic kind of brown color, and then of course you have the metal, which kind of brings everything together. Now, one of the things I really like about this bed is you can see on these metal slats that go up to the headboard, you can see that there are this kind of foamy or spongy material here, and what that does is it absorbs the sound, right, of the metal, right, so that it doesn't cling on the metal here, so you can sleep in quiet peace. Now moving up here towards the headboard, you can see some of the cooler features that it has on the bed. It actually has two shelves, so it has this top shelf right here, and then it has this bottom shelf here as well, so you can store things here like your phone and other smaller items that you might need right along your bedside, like a book or something like that. And then over here you can see the outlet, so you can see it has two 3-prong outlets and two USBs right here in the center of the bed, which is really great for charging your phone or your tablet or any other device that you might have next to your bed. Right underneath you can see you can plug that right into the wall. And then last but not least, you can see on the bottom of here it has this sort of like nylon fabric that, you know, stops any item from falling through. So sometimes they have these with plastic or a wooden sheet that goes across, but right here they chose to go with this nylon, which works pretty nice. As long as items aren't falling through the base, you should be good. Now the way that these lock, if you see here, they have these open tabs right here. On the inside they have these screws that are adjustable, by the way. You can pull them out, put them in a little bit more, and basically all you're doing is you're pushing it forward. And then to lock it, what you want to do is lift it, right? And so the screw that was on the wooden front right here slides into that notch that was right there, and then it is locked in. And of course, if you want to bring it up, just lift it up like that, slide it out, and you have your drawer space. But altogether, this took me right around 2 hours to complete. The instruction manuals could have been a little bit better, but if you take your time, everything is pre-labeled. It's just that the drawings are kind of small, so you do have to take your time and make sure that you're getting all the bolts into the right place. But altogether, it took me about 2 hours to complete. I did use an electric drill, which definitely helped to expedite the process, but for many people who may not have a drill, it may take you maybe 3, maybe 4 hours to put together, because there are drawers, and then there's also the bed to complete as well. But overall, I really like this bed. It's got the industrial kind of rustic design to it, which I'm a really big fan of. It has 4 drawers for extra space. It's got the 2 shelves on the headboard, and then of course it also has the outlet for you to charge your phone or your tablet or any other device that may need electricity. But overall, I highly recommend this industrial style storage bed. It's got everything that you need, and it's built to last. So check it out, and I'll see you on the next review.